Hey guys, how's it going? Eminem Gaming here, and today we're back with another video, and this is a particularly exciting one because we're going to be talking about Silent Hill, a game I'm quite excited for, so we're going to get into that. We're also going to be talking about people's PS5 unboxings and first impressions and my thoughts on all that, just continuing the PS5 hype, and then finally a channel update. I know I don't have many followers or subscribers, whatever, but I think it's right to sort of talk to you about the channel, anyone who does bother watching, and yeah, give you guys kind of an update and sort of my plans moving forward. So I think it's going to be quite a good video. I hope so anyway. And let's just get into it. And we're going to start off with the big news, well, rumour I should say, and that is Silent Hill coming, being revealed at the Game Awards December 10th. Now, this is coming from Roberto Serrano, who I'll be honest isn't the best source, so I'm going to put that out there. I don't like to mislead anyone. He's got some stuff right, and I guess when he says stuff that you want to be true, you believe it more than maybe his credibility deserves. But we also have Rely on Horror saying they've heard similar things, so that for me is more interesting, because Rely on Horror is like a sort of independent sort of horror news sort of thing. So when they say they've heard similar things, that's actually quite good. And this all goes along with stuff again from Rely on Horror from back in September, that Sony and Konami are working on a Silent Hill game, that this is apparently a very bad kept secret in Japan, and yeah, it's quite a well known sort of secret or whatever. But could we be seeing it December 10th? In my opinion, and maybe I'm setting myself up for a failure here, because if it doesn't come, I'll be disappointed. But I think we will. I think we will. I think there's far too much smoke around Silent Hill for there not to be some sort of fire. Could it have just been Dead by Daylight DLC? Maybe, but does that really make sense? Again, it's Konami, so who knows? But there just seems too much sort of evidence around this game coming that it doesn't come out. So who knows? But in my opinion, we will see it December. I still think Sony has some stuff up their sleeve. We heard a rumour obviously quite a long time ago that has sort of come true, so we have to bear that in mind, but obviously take everything I'm saying now with a pinch of salt. But there was a rumour a long time ago that Sony was sort of, in about 2018, was focusing most of their developers and most of their planning towards the PS5, because they kind of won the generation, if that makes sense. And that's no dig at Xbox. Fantastic console. I think they've done really well to turn it around. I think I'll do a video on Xbox later down the line. But let's be honest, when you look at sales, Sony vastly outsold the Xbox One this generation, all SKUs of Xbox One. And I think that focusing on the PS5, I think we're seeing that, because you've got Horizon that is like on PS4 as well. So that would say to me that started development on PS4, but they pushed it because they didn't need Horizon exclusively for the PS4, if that makes sense. Sort of pushing games, making sure they're more polished for the PS5 because they'd won last gen. Now that was the rumour, and that would kind of make sense because we're seeing so much content coming from Sony. But for me, although I think Sony has had an amazing year, I really do, that isn't just me saying it, I think the console is a fantastic competitive price. I think the console itself looks really good, but obviously we'll get into that in a minute. I think they've got a great controller. I think they have great content for not only this year but the next, and I think that's very important, because consumers don't just buy a console for this year, they buy it for what's coming later on. And I think they have got a appealing lineup, not just for this year but next year as well, and I think they've got even more up their sleeve. But I do think just signing off at the Game Awards would be smart, and I'll tell you another reason it'd be smart. Obviously Xbox seem a lot more competitive this generation than last. For me, we know from last year at the Game Awards, they showed that they showed Hellblade there with the Xbox Series X reveal. I think we could see more Hellblade. We could potentially also see gameplay from maybe a Halo or sort of a Fable. I think Fable would be massive to show that. So yeah, that's what I think, guys. But do you agree? Do you think Sony needs a little bit of something at the Game Awards just to show that they're still competitive everywhere they go? They're still very serious. They've still got a plethora of games to show, which I think they do, not only this year but next. But let me know, do you think they're just alright at the moment? Let me know down below. But with that said, let's go into the PS5 hype. We've got the unboxings, we've got the reveals and all that. For me, I think this console always looked good. I've always said that. I know some people mocked it, said it looked like a Wi-Fi tower or whatever. Looked like a fan, and stuff like that. And they were funny, the memes. I have to be honest, they were funny. They did make me laugh. But I've always quite liked the design. I've always been honest about that, and I do like the design of the console. But people who weren't the biggest fans of the design are saying they quite like it. It looks very futuristic. It looks very artistic and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. But what surprised me is how much people like the DualSense. Now, I do think it's a bit early and a bit reactionary to say that this is the future of gaming, because a lot of times people say that and it doesn't pan out. Often we hear about the future of gaming and then it becomes a fad. So I don't want to go down that route. Now, maybe when I get my hands on the controller, I'll be like, yeah, future of gaming straight away. But at the moment, I do feel a bit hesitant saying that. But every single person has been blown away by it. Not only that, it's more comfortable, it's more sturdy than the PS4 controller, but the reality that it is, this haptic feedback makes you feel more immersed in gaming, and that's something I love. I was really hyped about the PSVR. Obviously, it had its downfalls and its issues, but I really like the fact you were immersed in the game, and I think if this can do that more, I think that's on for a winner for me personally. But let me know your guys' thoughts. And yeah, and this is something I've been thinking, I've been sort of toying in my head, what will be the first game you guys play on your PS5, whether you get it on the 12th in a week, whether you get it in 2 weeks like myself, whether you get it way down the line when they restock or whatever. But what games are you planning on playing first? For me, I think it will be the Astrobots playroom rescue mission. I forgot the name of it, which is probably not a good sign, saying it's my first game that I'm going to be playing. But that Astrobot game looks incredible. I didn't think I'd be saying this. Obviously, it's a free game downloaded onto your console straight away. It shouldn't look that good, but I remember just watching last week the IGN footage. I think they had about 20 minutes of footage, the first full level, and it looked incredible. I love platformers like that. I have to be honest, I always like to tell the truth. I do love platformers like that. And the game just looked incredible. For me, it looked incredible. The graphics look great. Obviously, I can't talk about haptic feedback and all that, and sound and all that, because I haven't played it myself. But graphic wise, gameplay wise, the little Easter eggs, they had like God of War Easter eggs in there, they had Loco Roco Easter eggs in there, Parappa the Rapper. It just looked incredible, and obviously as a big old nerd like myself, I love that. So I'll definitely be playing that, getting used to the haptic feedback and all that. But I think the first game, I think it'll be Spider-Man. I was toying with the idea of Demon Souls, but I think it's going to be Spider-Man. I'm so hyped for that game. It looks incredible. I know it's also on the PS4, but that, if anything, them showing that has got me more calm about cross-generation games. And it's ironic coming from Sony, who said they believe in generations, which, is quite funny. But knowing that a game can look that good, and I highly recommend, if you have a 4K TV, watch the latest Miles Morales gameplay on your 4K TV. Make sure it's set to 4K streaming. You'll be blown away. It's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, enough fanboying over that. I'm so ready for that, and I cannot wait for Astrobot, Spider-Man, but also Demon Souls. I can't wait to get my butt kicked in that and just, yeah, let's set it up. Now, finally, what I wanted to tell any of you guys who are interested about the channel update is obviously we're going into a lockdown in the UK actually today of recording this video. Now, I know a lot of people may end up staying at home, being quite bored, so I did want to upload more videos more frequently, but to be honest, I'm in a bit of a rut at the moment with the sort of generations where it's like I don't want to just game on the PS4. I'm ready for my next generation. So my plan of action is, guys, that for the next 2 weeks, which is for the PlayStation, sadly for me in the UK, have to wait 2 weeks. I'm going to just be covering sort of news and rumours and that sort of stuff, and just give you guys my opinions for anyone who is interested in that. Give you daily videos, and give you something to focus on if this lockdown's obviously quite rubbish, which I'm sure it will be, and just sort of give you daily uploads and daily videos for you guys. But once the PS5 comes out on the 19th, my plan is to stream every single day. I'm hoping anyway, internet permitting. Obviously I don't have the best internet in the world, but I'm hoping to stream to you guys every single day until the lockdown's over, just to give you guys some content, interact with you, all that good stuff, because I think that's important at this time for anyone who's interested. And yeah, what am I going to be playing? Well, I'll probably full stream Astrobot. You'll have a first live impressions of my feeling with the DualSense. So I can't really fake it with you guys like, oh, it's great, after saying it was rubbish in real life or whatever, because you'll know my genuine opinions on all that. And maybe we'll go through Spider-Man. As I say, I'm really hyped about that game. I don't know whether to play that alone or stream it. I may go through the whole Spider-Man thing with the remaster as well. So we're going to have a lot of content on the channel. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. And yeah, let's just get into it. So a lot to talk about in this video. I thought it was quite a good video, at least for me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a new video very soon.